Hello, and welcome to Beyond Books, where we talk about books from Book of the Month Club and beyond. I'm your host. I'm Renee. Let's jump right into our book review. I have for you today a book review of Let Us Descend by Jesmyn Ward. This is a work of historical fiction, and it came out in late 2023. I read this book for the BookTube Prize. I was chosen as a judge for the Octafinals, and this is one of the novels that was assigned to me to read and to judge. So first, let's start by talking about the author, Jesmyn Ward, for a moment. I'll show you her picture from the jacket of the book. There's Jesmyn Ward. She is a two-time National Book Award winner. She won awards for two previous novels, one entitled Sing, Unburied, Sing, and one entitled Salvage the Bones. She has several novels to her credit, and she is a professor of creative writing at Tulane University. This book, Let Us Descend, is an Oprah Book Club choice, as well as a Book of the Month choice for November of 2023. The book is about slavery in the American South, and it contains references to sexual assault and other types of violence. It is a sorrowful and shameful time in our nation's history, but I will do my best with the review and the difficult subject matter. So first, the title, Let Us Descend. Where does that come from? That comes from Dante's Inferno. It is a line in the poem that is spoken during the initial descent into hell. And the significance in this story is that the main character in the story goes through her own version of hell. The character is an enslaved adolescent girl. Her name is Annis. Annis, but her actual name is Arese, Arese, and she is the product of her black enslaved mother and a white man who owns her mother. It's very difficult to talk about other human beings in terms of ownership, but this is the situation. Sexual favors are part of the expectations and duties placed upon the enslaved people, and obviously it's not a consensual situation, and Annis soon realizes that the same will be expected of her. Young women are looked upon as breeders who will produce more slaves, and their offspring are part of the ownership. The hell begins for Annis when her mother is sold and taken away from the plantation in North Carolina, where they've been living and working as slaves. She really only has her mother to guide and protect her, and without her mother, she feels very lost, she feels friendless, and she feels obviously quite grief-stricken. Annis's mother taught her some of the old ways, which were taught to her by her mother, Annis's grandmother. She was of the generation of the family who was originally kidnapped. They call it being stolen and brought to this North Carolina plantation. And at the time that she was brought there, she was pregnant with Annis's mother. Just as Annis begins a relationship with another slave girl and starts to find some comfort with her, Annis is sold and she is forced to walk to New Orleans, where there is a large market where slaves are regularly bought and sold. Many slaves are rounded up for the market, and they're forced to walk together. The women are all bound together by rope, and the men are bound separately in chains, and they march through the south, through the woods, through the swamps, through the rivers for weeks on end. Basically, they descend into another circle of hell. Throughout the journey, the ordeal at the market and her eventual arrival at a sugar plantation in Louisiana, Annis, or Arise, is in touch with the supernatural world, the world of spirits. She's in touch with the spirit of her grandmother, Aza, as well as the spirits that signify the wind, the water, the earth. Annis gains an awareness of how to conjure these spirits and to look to them for a little bit of comfort and some guidance. The ways her mother taught her are, for one, the ways of nature. Annis knows how to charm bees. She knows about which mushrooms are poisonous. She knows what plants are nutritious and can be eaten. But her mother also taught her some of the ways of the warrior. And Annis knows how to spar with a spear, with a staff. And she knows how to be a weapon. She is her own weapon, is the way that she refers to it. Annis's spirit soars beyond her world. She's really too big to be kept, entrapped, enslaved, denied her freedom, and forced to submit to the will of others. But how can she rise? She's been through the hell, now how will she rise? So, how would I rate this book? Well, I would give it 4.5 stars out of 5. I would also give it the wow factor. I don't give that unless I finish a story, shut the book, and say, wow. I don't have to think about it. It just comes out. And with this book, it surely did. So, 4.5 stars and the wow factor. It just so happens that I read this book in February, which is Black History Month. It made an excellent pair with The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison, which I also read in February. Both of these books have this sense of descending or going through something, being honed to a sharpness in order to rise, to become something more. I'm also reading banned books. And so, is this a banned book? I'm going to say not yet. But let's see if it gains that type of attention and power. I think it very likely will. So if you like my content, please subscribe, like, comment, give me a thumbs up. If you've read Let Us Descend, let me know your thoughts. And remember, as always, you're writing your own story. You are the creator of your own story and the author. So, how will you rise? Take care. Thanks for watching.